How you doing, sir?
Hello, young man.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Goolsby. Jay Harvard.
My grandfather.
Is it really?
Yeah.
He was my principal.
Hey, honey. Is that right? Thomasville?
Yep.
Where's Mike?
So what's your memory of?
He was everybody liked him. He was well liked. Remember him playing the harmonica for us some.
Did he play harmonica back then? Did he really?
He
That's
did.
back when I could play it. See, I was 40 years old when I came to
that's about
Thomasville,
right.
and I'm not 40 anymore.
Oh,
I used to be able to bounce in and out of these.
I bet you.
I tell you what, I see those things where the guys pull themselves
Sir,
up for the.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
You flew one of those things?
I flew one of those.
So did I. I want to shake your
Yeah,
hand.
you did? What group are you with?
390.
390? What your station?
Oh, that's the Liberty Bell airplane.
I call it Framlingham. That's not the way the British
Yeah,
pronounce it. It's northeast of London.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I've been over Framingham with the B-17. We flew the Liberty Bell over to Europe.
I might get in here by myself.
Well, let us know what we can do. Yeah, Women, you go ahead
Yeah.
first, and you can help them from there. I'll try and help them.
God,
They could run through this airplane so fast back then, but
golly.
How does it make you feel to be up in this aircraft?
yes, it is. I wish he would. He could probably show us a thing or two about. We have some chairs in the navigator room there. Let's see if I can do these. Make this a little easier for you to get out here. Okay, come on. You can step here and grab a hold to anything you want, except this. This is not going to hold you, but any of these ribs and things, you're welcome to grab. Most everybody, of course, grabbing the pole here.
What'd you say that was?
The ball turn. Remember, he turned.
Oh,
the gun.
well,
He would turn the gun straight down where he can get in. This is the ammo hatch,
that's right.
and then there's the crew
I
hatches.
forgot that there was a control that would bring it up in the plane and then let it out when the gunner got in there.
Yeah, because he couldn't even wear his chute in there, could he? He had to.
That's
He had to
correct.
get out to be able to put on a chute if he had to bail. Did you have to bail out of any, or you stayed?
No.
Now take a look out here. I don't know if you remember this shot, but this is, of course, the radio room.
Oh, I thought I was in the radio room, but
Yeah,
this
look,
is
look,
it.
yeah, take a look out the side from here now. Stick your head out. This is one of the best views you can have without being in the cockpit seat, huh?
Golly. Now, my crew flew squadron lead position but after 10 wing missions. And the radar operator sat to the right. See,
I'll be darned.
the lead crew did not have a co-pilot.
Really?
Now, we had a rated pilot, but he was the command pilot for the whole formation.
Wow.
But he could take over the flight in an emergency.
Well, here's some of the 500-pounders here, and he could have held up to 12 of them. We have 2 of them in here. You remember those? I bet you gotten rid of a few of those. I bet.
I flew one mission that had, I believe, a 2,000 pounder over here and a 2,000 pounder over there. I think all my other missions were the 500 pounders.
You feel like coming up through here?
Yes, sir, I surely do.
Mike, come up here.
All right. You want me to go ahead, or you want me to go ahead?
I just want you to see it.
I can't imagine going from high school or college and all to stepping into something like this and learning this airplane and then going over the war. And
See, every engine has a separate control. Now this doesn't have a...
How long did it take you before you
I'm
got?
trying to think of the auto automatic pilots.
Yeah, autopilot would have
Oh,
been
it does
there.
actually. Okay, they had autopilot.
Didn't have, this one doesn't have it now, but it had a big box there that you would, that's right. There was a big part of this, huh?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
You want to take a seat?
I don't know whether I can get up there or not.
You could probably grab the throttles if you had to, but whatever you need. Oh, awesome, man. Great job.
All right.
Golly.
He was in the 390th.
No
He
way.
was 390th, yeah.
God, I don't have my jacket with me for him to sign.
Aw. Wow. Hey, I'm gonna take this.
Now, there's one other thing you're missing up here. The thermometer.
Oh, yeah. Now, we have a temperature gauge somewhere. Where is that, John?
And I've seen that thermometer on
definitely
65
wasn't there.
degrees
I don't
below zero.
And I don't think they had a Garmin nav system back
No,
then either.
that's...
You know what I tell people? I say, well, they had it, but it was black and white.
Well,
Before color came in, so.
this is what I wanted to do, is sit right here. The last time I sat here was July the 2nd, 1945, when I landed a plane in Connecticut, flying it back from England. Well, Mike, I'm glad to see that you have been my co-pilot.
I feel honored. I feel absolutely honored.
Now, these gentlemen,
Here, I'll get a photograph.
not in my wildest dream did I think I'd meet two fellows like I've met here.
Must feel good to be up here again, huh? Just to see it all again.
What is your name again, sir, first of all? I'm John Hess.
Foster Goolsby.
Foster Goolsby.
And I'm also a John, just last name is Ferguson.
Say again.
Ferguson.
All right.
John Ferguson.
Scott.
You airport manager?
No, that's Mike Woodham. He's coming out right now.
Yeah,
I
okay.
want you to stay there for a minute.
Okay.
We got an honored guest here, Mike. I'll tell you what, this is a real treat. This gentleman flew B-17s and 390th, Framingham. You know, like the Liberty Bell, of course. But this is the first time he's sat in a B-17 since June of 1945.
Oh, my sakes alive. Mike Woodham.
Foster Goolsby.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I was Thomasville High School principal here back in the 60s.
Well, you know, I know you, Mr. Goolsby. I grew up here. I say I know you. I know who you are.
Yeah.
I had no idea that you had a background of a B-17.
Yeah.
My sakes alive.
I smelled a lot of enemy gunpowder.
I bet you did. How many missions did you fly?
23.
23?
The war ended,
Before you got your 25th.
and I was happy.
Oh yeah.
And you were a left seater?
Right here.
Bless your heart. In the 390th Bomb Group.
569th Squadron.
Wow.
Now see, I had a stroke back in July, and that messes your brain up.
Does it? It's got to look somewhat familiar still.
I tell you,
He pointed out we're missing our thermometer. We had, ours is over there off to the right, the free air temperature, but he said he's seen it minus 65 in flight.
Well, yeah.
This
Well,
was
you guys
up-
had heated suits.
above 25,000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Before it went to 65 below. But you know,
You had heated suits that were hooked up, right? And then the masks and everything to keep it, since you.
you're talking about luck.
Well, I guess that helps too.
You got to have some of that, boy. I tell you.
Absolutely.
See, our plane was shot up, well, almost every mission.
Oh, sure. Something happened.
But this B-17, you know, this idiot sitting here, I still have the firm feeling that it's the best airplane ever designed and
It
constructed.
got everything almost perfect, didn't it?
I've seen them come in and land when they're not even supposed to
Not even
fly.
supposed to still be in the air. Yeah.
Now, we never had that damage. I had one man hit with a chunk of flak.
Shrapnel.
All right.
Yeah, these bombardier. He sat up front in the nose, you know.
Right,
Okay.
right.
We were flying this is an F, we were flying a G.
Yes, sir. Right. You get with the chin turret.
That's right.
Did you know this actually is a G model, but the chin turret was removed to make it look like an F?
Yes, I read about this
Uh-huh.
plane.
Mr. Goolsby, John might have told you, but my uncle was lost on one of those big Berlin raids in April of '44 out of Bury St. Edmunds, and that was only their second mission. I mean, they were still rookies, and the only survivor was the co-pilot. And I found him in New York State a couple of years ago, and he's here. He flew from New York to Thomasville just to be here for this weekend, and he's going to be out here probably in about a half hour.
Wow.
And
That's great. I've seen B-17 explode
yes, sir.
in my formation. And then I've seen 10 men
Bail out.
in parachutes going down. And of course, a lot of times we count 5 parachutes or 6.
Now, y'all were out of Basingbourn or Framlingham?
Framlingham.
Framlingham. Okay, that's right. That's right.
And by the way, on 2 different missions, this was in spring of the year, now 45,
Yes, sir.
my formation was attacked with German jet,
The ME-262
well,
Or-
2 different, they had 2 different,
versions.
one of them, you know, they came right by my window.
Right.
And one looked like it had 2 engines.
Mm-hmm.
The other one looked
Like a single engine.
like a single engine.
Well, you know, too, they had 2 versions. Well, the first one actually had a tail wheel. You know, was conventional gear. And then the second one was tricycle gear, like jets, like most airplanes are now.
Yeah.
But, and I bet you wonder, of course, y'all had rumors, I know, that people had seen them. But till you saw the first one, that had to be a strange looking sight.
We're ready to crank this thing up whenever it works for you. We'll show you what it looks like from the outside, and we're gonna. If you're interested in it today, I'm gonna find a seat for you. I mean, that's what we're about, is getting veterans on a ride here, one way or the other.
All I can see.
I don't know if you can hang around for today, but we got like 3 rides today, and I think one of them will find a seat if you feel like it. I'll make sure we got a spot for you if you are interested.
How can I not be?
That's right. So it's a wonderful day to honor what you did and what they all did, and I know it's sad in a way, but it's happy too. So
But when I landed at Bradley Field, Connecticut,
I know right where that is.
it was, I said I'd never get in another one. But I kept at least 1 foot on the ground for 20 years. And then I started flying commercial.
All right. We need to help them get out of here.
Know what we can do for you. This is the trickiest part right here, is finding a good foothold. And
All right, you let me take my time.
When did you say the last time? Last time was 1940.
On July the 2nd,
Know the date.
1945,
Goodness gracious.
I landed the plane Bradley Field, Connecticut, from Framlingham, England.
You bring it back to the States, huh?
Yeah. And that's the first time I have sat in the pilot seat.
How'd it feel?
Hey, he wants to talk to you.
Yes, sir. We have a seat for you either on this flight, or a gentleman has offered to, you can either have this flight or a noon seat flight. We can put on either one. We're going right now or the second?
This one.
Okay, we are ready. If you, wherever he wants to go, as far as he wants to go, I mean, he said that he would give us
This the
Let me figure this out. Curtis and Robert Parrish are the first 2.
I stay out today. I would get down, but I can't get back up.
We can help you up if you really want to sit down.
So he wanted to soak his feet when he got home. Always fix his foot soaked. Such a smooth. It seems like it's just such a smooth ride, you know.
Do you mind watching my camera for me?
Okay. I'm gonna stay right here, I guess.
I got him. All right, Foster, I did read that. Thank you for sharing it. Appreciate that. Is this a newspaper man? Yes, sir.
I want to shake your hand and thank you for what you did for all of us. God bless you.
I just want to shake your hand. Thank you for your service. Well, I'm happy for you. Yes, sir. The honor is mine. So,
Hey, sir, I want you to introduce my brother, Gil Harvick. He served here for 20 years.
Hey, thank you for all your service. Thank you for your service. Thank you.
yes, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
All right, dude.
It's kind of shaky right now.
You know they rejected my offer. And I told them, okay, I'll just go ahead and fly with you. I tell you, that was something.
I bet it was.
That was something.
Go up there. Let's pick up there. Let me get in and bring the golf cart over here. Yeah, that way you're up to there. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it was flying around.
Oh yeah. I wanted to tell this crew here that I was a World War II B-17 pilot. And I thought they might want me to document it.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I brought with me. And they read that, and they treated me like a king from then on.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
Even over the English Channel, we didn't feel good until we saw the coast.
Robin Wise.
Before we were interrupted, I was asking you how did it feel to go up in a B-17 for the first time since the war. That had to be quite a feeling.
Well, history.
Bring back memories.
Oh, many pleasant memories. Some rough ones.
I'm sure.
And I didn't know it'd make me shed tears, but so be it. It's been a great experience for me.
How many years did you serve?
I was 3 years. You know, when I volunteered for the flying program, aviation cadets, we call them, I had never been close to an airplane.
Really?
And it wasn't long before I was flying the darn things.
You take to it pretty quick. You having never been around airplanes, when you got in it, were you hooked?
I had never been close to one.
Yeah. But once you got in them, you were. How did you feel?
Well, I felt all right as long as the instructor was there, but my first unique experience was when I soloed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you idiot, you up here by yourself, how you gonna handle it?
Did you fly any on your own after the war?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
When I landed the plane, I flew back from overseas. I think I told you, July the 2nd, 45. It was, right. I kept at least 1 foot on the ground for 20 years. And that was my plan. Now I want to see this thing take off.
Right.
You know, he was, I don't know how long you've been in Valdosta, he was superintendent of schools in Valdosta City school system in the 70s, 60s, late 60s, early 70s.
That's one thing I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
Was his...
He was an educator. There it goes, Dad.
That's a beautiful airplane.
It just seems like it's so smooth. Is it smooth riding?
Oh, yeah.
Once it gets off the ground.
You know, I had never ridden on one of those things except in the pilot's compartment.
Yeah, you were in the back with us. Well, sir, again, honor meeting you and tremendous honor to be able to go up with you this morning. And thank you so much for everything.
I appreciate talking with you.
All right. Glad to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
damage and still get you home.
You'd have to blow them up
Yeah.
in order to get it
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
And a few got blown up, didn't they?
yeah.
But there'll never be a better airplane built, in my opinion.
That's amazing.
Well, you're here today
And you understand
That's
why.
right.
I have refused to go into those
Yeah.
things before today. And
Yeah.
I thought, well, if I'm going, I better go.
Today's the day.
Because I'm 91.
All right, Dad, Ed.
Let's go. I'm glad to
Good to see you, Foster.
Take care.
Take care, Susan. Good
All
to
right,
see you
good
too.
to see you. Michael, y'all want to get something to eat?
Maybe.